While many people enjoy some downtime this Christmas, NHS staff are working really hard in what could be the most challenging winter in our history. I always thought that difficult as those initial waves of COVID were, and they really were, actually it would be dealing with the ongoing pressures that could be even tougher. That combination of recovering services whilst also dealing with continuing COVID and everything else that winter throws at us. We're facing record demand for many services, from GP services to mental health services and of course urgent and emergency care. But despite these pressures, NHS staff are rising to the challenge every single day. It was no fluke that the NHS delivered the first verified COVID jab in the world. Throughout its 74-year history, the NHS has been at the forefront of medical and scientific progress, from the world's first kidney transplant to the first IVF baby. And throughout that time, it has been NHS staff, doctors, nurses, therapists, scientists, pharmacists, engineers, and many more who have innovated and adapted to meet the changing needs of each generation. So although we face difficult weeks and months ahead, reflecting on everything we've achieved and the skill and commitment of those who make the NHS what it is, I believe as we look to the anniversary of the NHS, its 75th anniversary next year, we can have real confidence about the next 75 years. So I want to finish by saying a huge thank you to all those NHS staff who will be working around the clock over Christmas and the New Year to provide the best possible care for those who need them and their loved ones. Whether that's the clinical and scientific staff I just mentioned, or whether it's the cooks, the cleaners, the porters, the other staff who make the NHS what it is, and of course our thousands of volunteers. We owe them all a huge debt of thanks for their efforts all year round.